All right, welcome to my Heart Activation live program. Hi, Beth. Nice to see you. Long time. Miss you. Beth is one of my longtime nail clients, and I moved and haven't seen her in too long, 4 years, I think. So, for those of you on YouTube, this is my Heart Activation live program. I am live on Facebook, on my Facebook group, Mending Hearts with Self-Love. It is a private group. It is a safe space where we can talk about the human shit, life struggles, and everything in between. And I don't like small talk. I've spent my life with small talk, and I just like to talk about deep stuff. Heart activation, to give some clarification, is what I call, we go through our traumas and we live and we learn and we grow, and a lot of us close our hearts off. And what I've come to learn through my own journey is that I have learned to open my heart, and part of my journey is to help teach you guys to open your heart, to activate your heart. I mean, my group is, the name of my business, Mending Hearts, was very carefully thought out. And actually, I believe the suggestion came originally from Carrie, my partner in life now, because I was able to mend my heart and activate my heart. So this is where this all comes from. And the heart design with stitches. My son put together for me a broken heart with 3 stitches, one for each of my kids. And if you look close at the logo, there's on the sides of the heart, there are marks where the arrow used to go through and was basically yanked out. So scars from the arrow, and then this broken heart with the 3 stitches, my 3 boys holding my heart together. So things have been a little rough lately. So I'm actually going to cleanse the space a little bit here before we actually get really started. So for those of you who don't know me, I think most of you on Facebook do, but I am a self-love coach. I've been a professional nail technician for 30 years, and I have met and loved so many women in my life, mothers, sisters, friends, daughters. And I've learned a lot from those women and our conversations, right, Beth? I was thinking of one of our last appointments together. There was a Kenny Chesney song that I had really resonated with me about a boat, about a boat and the ocean. Change your boat or something. I forget what it was now. Anyway, but there's, song lyrics are something that our spirit guides can use song lyrics to reach us. I actually had one reach me the other day that I'll maybe get into another time. But our main topic today, so I've kind of cleansed the space and brought in positive energy. I said a little prayer before I started, asking my spirit guides to be with me, and my guardian angels and my spirit guides, and anybody who wants to be here and support me and help me to be an oracle, meaning that I can open my mouth and say things that need to be heard and not get in my own way with my own ego and my own thoughts. So learning to trust our intuition, trust our guides. So we had a little meeting this morning, and I actually thought of this topic before this. So it was interesting that our meeting this morning on Clubhouse, I'm in a group of amazing women that we call the Soul Sharing Circle Posse, and some fabulous women. And we have great conversations every Thursday morning at 11 o'clock in Clubhouse. Joan, welcome, sister. And gosh, I'm feeling so emotional, you guys. So this morning we talked about, what the topic was, I can't remember exactly, but the pain of ascension. And I don't know, a lot of people understand that term, and it's become a very common term to me. And what I'm doing with with all that I'm doing is helping to educate you guys as I learn. I don't know, Joan, someone else said that too, and I don't know why everyone else seems to be hearing me okay, so I'm not sure why I'm speaking up. So things are shifting and things are changing, and a lot of you may have noticed and may be unaware of what's happening, may have different beliefs. I don't think you'd be here if you did, but you may have different beliefs or understandings, or you may not understand what's happening. So I want to talk about today, I want to specifically talk about the last couple of weeks and how things have been kind of tough. And I've talked to a lot of people, and we talked about it in our Clubhouse meeting this morning. And if anyone's on Clubhouse, it's called Soul Sharing Circle. And we meet every Thursday morning at 11 o'clock. Sorry to repeat myself, but it's such a great conversation. And it's just audio. You don't even have to get dressed or put a bra on. We drink our coffee and we just have deep conversations. And I just absolutely love it. It is a podcast as well, if you just wanted to listen. And I believe it's available on all forums. So last week I missed my heart activation live because I got caught up in something and I wasn't able, I wasn't focusing, and I just was in space last week. The Soul Sharing Circle on Clubhouse is an app. It's a social media app, I guess, where we can have conversations. Sharon, my other sister. So what is happening and what I'm understanding from others and from reading from channelers and such, and it's been happening for a while now, a good year we've been going through this ascension process. So for those who don't understand, the ascension process is the vibration is rising in the earth. Okay. And we're going through something as humans, as this planet, that has never happened before. And as human beings, everything resonates, everything vibrates at a specific level. Like everything is energy. So the earth is energy. The earth has a vibration. Everything can be measured in megahertz. I don't know the whole scientific thing behind it. I won't pretend to. I do know a little, I do understand a little bit enough that, when I need to ground, I can go to YouTube and I can look for a video. Hey, Michelle, another friend from Williamsport. And I can go to YouTube and I can, if I want to do grounding, I want to look for 432 megahertz sound healing music. So there's a tool that we can use to help raise our vibration, to help us to ground if we're feeling flighty and crazy. And I've talked a lot about grounding in past shows, so that's not what our main thing is about today. But what I want to talk about is how we've been feeling. So has anybody out there been struggling with focusing? I've been having trouble focusing. I've been having trouble with staying, like having energy. Like I just don't want to do anything. Like I don't have the motivation. And yes, Beth, yeah, it's so what I want you guys to understand is you're not alone, and it's not just you, and you're not crazy. Okay. So this is the earth. The vibration of the earth has literally risen and changed. And as human beings, we've vibrated at this certain level for a very long time. Okay. And it's been going on a long time, Michelle. So as the earth has been raising in vibration, and there is scientific proof of this. Okay. I'm not just making this up. This is not some woo-woo stuff. Okay. Though I love my woo-woo stuff, but the vibration of the earth, there's a scientific measurement called the Schumann resonance. And I think Joan is the one who actually told me about this early on in the beginning, is where I learned from Joan. And they literally measure the vibration of the earth. And it was going up, and it was at a certain level for a very long time. And then it was kind of going up and down. And now it's risen. So the vibration of the earth has literally risen to another level. Okay. And they talk about this, the new world, the new earth in Revelations in the Bible. And this is where we're at, you guys. Like, this is the new earth. The earth has now risen. And as human beings, we are literally going through this ascension process and raising our own personal vibrations so that we can catch up. Okay. And there's been a lot happening. A lot of people are feeling, anxiety coming up, feeling a lot of past traumas bubbling up. And this is a lot of, I did in January, I kind of did a little thing on shadow work, and it could go so much deeper. I just did a little, rough draft of it to give you an idea what that was. And that is in the courses in the group, Mending Hearts with Self-Love, the shadow work. I did 30 days worth of shadow work posts, and you can do that at any time. But what the purpose for that was, because all of a sudden this past several months, especially like October, beginning of October through December, January, we were going through this. It was awful. It was just muck. It was just, what in the hell is happening? And then I learned about shadow work. And when I learn and I understand, I want to share with you guys. So that's what I do. So I shared this 30 days of shadow work because I was doing my own shadow work. All right. And so what happens with shadow work is that it's so part of unconditional love. Okay. So cliche, but so important, you guys. Unconditional love means loving even the shadows, loving even that part of you that you don't really like so much. All right. I struggled for a long, long time, not loving myself, not liking myself, not liking what I saw in the mirror, not liking who I was, not liking anything about myself. I had no confidence in who I was. And the last couple of years, I have, hey, Carrie, I have come to a place of loving myself. And so what's happening with this raising of the vibration so quickly, and we're feeling all this anxiety popping up and all these old traumas and things you thought you dealt with, and they're like popping up. Okay. And as these things are popping up, there's a lot of humans, I'll say, out there don't know what to do with that. And there's been a lot of suicide. There's been a lot of people choosing to leave the earth, whether it be through illness or accidents. Their higher self makes the choice to leave the earth because they're like, nope, I'm out. I'm not doing this crap, because it's not easy. All right. So any of you here that are going through this and you're surviving, you're a rock star. Okay. And we're doing this together and we're supporting each other, and I'm here to support you, and you guys are here to support me. And I love you guys for that. And so these traumas are coming up, right? And we're going, why is this bubbling up? Where's this coming from? Because we have to get rid of it. We have to release it. All right. So that's really important right now. Because of this raising of vibration, we don't have room for the muck anymore. Get that out of there. So it's going to bubble up. You're going to go, okay, recognize, get out. Okay, recognize, goodbye. Okay, recognize, moving on. All right. So all these things that have been coming up, recognize them. Don't bury them. Don't sweep them under the rug. Acknowledge them. Love them. Appreciate them for their lesson. Thank them. And move on. Because there's another one coming. Guarantee it. All right. And that's okay. And that's what we're doing here, because we're literally raising into a higher vibration of a human being, a different dimension, this new earth that's spoken of in Revelations. Okay. And it's scientifically proven through these Schumann resonance readings, whatever that's called. Okay. And if anyone's interested, I can send a link or something. We can look further into that. So what's been happening to me, like I said, I've been having trouble focusing, and it's not just me. Like, I was talking to Diane from our meeting this morning, and she, not to say her personal stuff, but it was on podcast, so I think it's okay. So, but like, I'm thinking, wow, what is she going through? She was just having a rough week, and I'm like, wow, what's she going through, right? And then like she was explaining, I was like, so what's happening, And she says, blah, 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 I can't focus, blah, 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 I have no energy, blah. And it was literally all the things that I've been going through for like a week to 2 or 3. And this has all been going on a long time, but this is a particular space and time that this seems to be coming up a lot for us. So another thing that I'm dealing with is I'm trying to learn to trust my intuition when it's time, when I want to relax, to trust my gut, to trust my intuition and go, it's okay that the dishes aren't done. Okay. It's okay. And I can sit down and I can rest and I can read a book. And if I doze off, you know what, that's okay. And guess what? There isn't anybody there going to scream at me about it anymore either. Okay. So this is part of my trauma, part of my PTSD is getting yelled at for not having the house clean or the dishes done or doing my job as a woman. Okay, so this is part of my PTSD, right? So I have no energy. My body is telling me to rest. My body is saying, sit down. Okay. And so I sit down and I go, it's okay. It's okay. And then I lay there and I close my eyes. And then all of a sudden, my heart starts palpitating. And I start thinking, oh my God, I should do the dishes. Or, oh my God, I should put a load of laundry in. Or, oh my God, I should do these things. And the guilt, right? The guilt and the anxiety from all this. We live in the society that humans have created this social norm and what's expected of people, of us. And we battle that, right? We have our mom in our head or our partner in our head or an ex-partner, in our head. And then we feel guilty for not doing all those things that we're supposed to be doing or should be doing. I also have been having a lot of physical pain. And part of the ascension is going to cause a lot of physical pain. And something we all have talked about is that we are having ascension pain. Now, there are times when we need to go to the doctor. I understand that, and that's fine. So what you can do is if you're having a lot of joint pain, a lot of body pain, just aches and no energy and just don't feel like doing anything, and you think, oh, what's wrong with me? Ask your higher self, should I go to the doctor? Is this something that I should go to the doctor about? And listen to that first immediate response that comes to your head, because that's your intuition, your higher self telling you yes or no. Okay, if it's something serious, you're going to know it's something really serious. I've just been having, especially my hips and my root chakra area, I've been having all these issues with. And I found an amazing acupuncturist, energy practitioner that I went to yesterday, spent almost 3 hours with her. And that was just phenomenal, helping me move the energy through my body. And I found my right hip, especially, I have this trauma that's been kind of holding on there because of a car accident I was in like 2004 when I was rear-ended. And I thought, and it was funny because the person I was in the accident with, not her fault, like we were in 2 separate cars, but someone hit her and she hit me, yada, yada. It's funny that this person who I haven't thought of in years has come up in conversation more than once in the last 3 days. And then I go to this acupuncturist and this is what comes up. So we're holding this energy, our bodies hold this energy. So learning to release that, learning to allow it to flow through, learning to say, thank you for the lesson. Thank you for teaching me what you've taught me. And it's time to release the pain. So they're, doing Reiki. And any of us can get certified in Reiki to do our own Reiki. I know in Williamsport, you guys, there's a girl, Nikki Winter, and last I know she was in the Pajama Factory. I always get the Banana Factory in Bethlehem and the Pajama Factory in Williamsport mixed up. But Nikki Winter, she does Reiki, and that's who I was going to before I moved. As far as locally here, I go to a couple of different people, but I went to a lady named Steph Rath. She has a company called Tree of Life Acupuncture, and she is an energy healer. She uses essential oils, she uses crystals, she uses Reiki, and she uses acupuncture. And it was the most beautiful experience to feel that energy just moving through my body and moving away. So understanding that we're not alone and we don't just have to suffer, or we don't have to run to And I won't get on my high horse about this, but we don't have to run to the conventional medical doctor. Okay, there are natural things that have been around for thousands of years, and there's a lot of us coming aware of these gifts, learning how to use herbs, learning how to use essential oils, learning how to use energy, just like Jesus did, to heal people. That is a real thing. Okay. So let's see, what else do we have here? I can't even read my own writing, you guys. Oh, settle. I can't give any. That's so sad. Yeah, so learning to rest. This is the one thing that I've been struggling with a lot. Like, I feel like I need to rest. My body wants to rest, but my brain is getting in the way. So these are a lot of the symptoms that have been happening for me in particular. So let's talk about things we can do. We've already mentioned a few things, but we're all in different places on our journey, and I want you to know that I understand that. We all have different things, we're all at different levels, we're all different place in our journey, and that is perfectly fine. We're all where we need to be. So we may all be kind of feeling this in different ways, but we all may be kind of collectively dealing with the same thing at the same time. And that's what I'm understanding with this. This is why it's different. All right. These energy shifts, the body's wanting to rest, battling with these social expectations, and it's the earth. We've never been in this place before. We've never been in this place before. So what can we do to allow this process? How can we help to assist this process to work through? Okay, allowing is a big word. Allowing is a big word. Accepting, understanding, appreciating the lesson, and allowing it to happen, and allowing it to move through, allowing yourself to rest without feeling guilty. Also, nourishing your body. Okay, drinking enough water, making sure you're drinking half your weight in ounces in water. And yes, I struggle with this. This is one of my biggest issues. And nourishing your body with food, eating whole foods, eating foods that are good for our bodies, that aren't full of toxins. You know, that's another journey I've been on, is removing toxins from our home. I've switched a lot of my products to non-toxic products. I found a company called Pure Haven that it's absolutely 100% non-toxic, like absolutely no compromises. And I absolutely love it. I've switched my shower, all my shampoo and my body wash. I've switched my deodorant. I use Himalayan sea salt for my deodorant. I have no plugins. I use all essential oils. Like, removing all these toxins are going to help us to be able to raise more easily as well. You know, cleansing our bodies, eating clean food, drinking clean water, spring water, getting the minerals we need. Okay. And trusting your intuition on all of it. Okay. Trusting your gut on all of it. There are essential oils to help keep us calm through it. Using lavender and chamomile are great essential oils to help us with keeping calm. Put them in your diffuser. Okay, you can get them cheap on Amazon. And grounding, getting out in the grass, getting out in the dirt, put your feet in the grass, especially now, it's beautiful out. Okay. Crystals for grounding. Right now I have with me, I have my smoky quartz heart. I love the hearts. And I have my hematite. Okay. Great grounding crystals. I'm also wearing my tourmaline. Okay, wearing tourmaline, wearing my clear quartz. So these are the things that we can do to help us through this process, you know, and not be afraid to reach out. If anyone has any questions, hey, she made it, welcome. So, you know, knowing that you're not alone, and this is my main point on all of this, is knowing you're not alone, knowing you're not crazy, you know, knowing it's not your imagination, that literally scientifically proven the Earth's vibration is raising, and our bodies are going through this ascension and raising with it, and it's not fun. Think of it like childbirth. That's something that, like, you get something beautiful at the end, but it's a shit show until you get there. That's pretty much where we're at right now. We're birthing into this new reality. We're birthing into this new earth. Okay, this is predicted in the Bible. This is not something people are making up. You are feeling this. This is really happening. And we're all here to support each other. So, all right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I want to say the new book released on Tuesday, Wise Woman, Maiden, Mother, Crone. There's a lot of amazing stories in there. My particular story is about the seasons of our lives and these shifts and cycles that we go through in our lives and how that all works. There's each chapter is an amazing story by an amazing woman. So I would highly recommend checking that out. You can get it on the Kindle app, which you don't have to have a Kindle, for $1.99 through Amazon. I'll throw the link in here in the comments if anybody's interested. And if the paperback will be out soon. I don't have a date on that exactly, but this one and the last book, Divine Feminine Awakening, were both collaborations by amazing women. And actually, I think there may be a man in this one, Zane, in The Wise Woman, talking about the feminine in his life, which is, I'm looking forward to reading that. And good job, Joan. So, learning about the Divine Feminine Awakening, which is what's been happening, and understanding the cycles in our lives and what's happening is super helpful. It creates awareness. And even just like tarot, with my Monday night tarot and doing tarot readings, it creates awareness. It gives us, I always lose the word. It creates I can't think of the word, awareness for us, that we can understand a situation better. All right. So all of these things are tools that can help you through. Your food is a tool. Water is a tool. Essential oils are a tool. Reiki, tarot, any of these things, these are all tools that are in our toolbox, that we can share and we can help each other. So let's support each other through it all. And thank you for coming to Heart Activation. I do actually have a program where I teach all these tools. So if anyone's interested in that, reach out to me. Let me know if you watch the replay, #replay. I'm not sure why we say #replay. But to anyone on YouTube, my group, Mending Hearts with Self-Love, is a private group. Get in there, ask to join and answer the questions. And we will, hopefully we can help each other through all this junk, all the human shit. Right, Serena? So, all right. Thank you everybody for coming, and good night and God bless.